Hello, Ability Power Gamers. Welcome to Azeroth. I've got a lot of comments, asking about, different questions like why, if I'm having to click, why don't I get a Razer mouse? Some people, were kind of curious about, key binding and on-screen keyboard, things like that. So I decided just to make a video and kind of show you guys how I play Warcraft. So yeah, as you can see, it's a little different setup. You can see my whole screen, desktop. Alright, so let me zoom my camera out. First off, I want to show you my in real life setup. As you can see, I have about an inch movement area, left and right, up and down. I have my mouse on a book in my lap, and I basically use it like a left-handed mouse. I only right click with my right hand. It would help navigate my mouse back and forth. But, this is why. It's actually, I have a Razer X mouse because they fit my hand really well. But the main reason that I have one is because I can barely move my mouse. And I can, move it a lot, across my screen quickly. It's got, it doesn't take much movement. And the fact that it just fits my hand really good. I have tiny hands. But yeah, that's where we're last set up. I have, some rolled up cloth under my wrist and under my elbow, just to give my arms some extra support. Keeps my arms from getting wore out as quick when I play. Alright, so let's go back in the game. Now, if you follow along much on abilitypower.com or Twitter, you know that, I have muscular dystrophy, a form of it called spinal muscular atrophy, which is progressive. So I've been having a lot of problems right-clicking. Some days are good, some days are bad. Today, pretty good. I can steer with my mouse. I can do that. Right-click to move. But other days, not so much. And even on good days, my hands tend to get tired quicker. So I'm going to show you, we're going to do a couple of quests. I'm going to show you one. Another thing that I talk about on abilitypower.com a lot is how I'd like to see the move pad get updated. And you'll see why soon. Alright, we gotta collect 12 null ears. What do we gotta do? Oh, we gotta deliver orders. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go do the null quest. Let's see how that goes. Alright. Now, I normally play with my camera zoomed. I didn't see an amount away from my character. Just because I can see if anything's coming up behind me. So I'll have more time to move. Because, I'm gonna have to get my mouse back to the appropriate spot. This is one of the reasons why I say move pad needs rotate buttons. I'm having to use my on-screen keyboard. I've got rotate keybound. So I'm having to use it, but I have to move all the way from here down to here to to turn move pad on and off. So I usually use move pad for longer distances just because I don't want to accidentally run into things. It's just not as efficient. If I'm going to be in an area with mobs, like I am now, I just use the on-screen keyboard and navigate that way. Alright, so we're going to go down here. Gotta get some no errors. Being attacked. Who's attacking me? Okay. There we go. Some bubble and 3. See, I've got everything keybound. Since I'm having to move with my on-screen keyboard a lot, I tend to attack a lot with my on-screen keyboard. Because I'm already, the position of my mouse is already up at the top of the screen. So I don't have to move all the way back down here and all the way back up to move. But it really depends. If I'm already in the middle of the screen, then I'll come down to target. That's why I keep my bars at the bottom, but my keyboard at the top. So I have 2 options. Everything's keybound. So, yeah, I can go to either one quicker than having to move my mouse, specifically to one location. I know it probably doesn't make a lot of sense to some of you guys, but movement matters when you're trying to, kill things quickly and efficiently. Alright, so we got yours. We're up to 5, which is good. Just waiting on respawn. Another thing that I typically do, you can see I'm just kind of hanging out here. I get yelled at a lot in game for this, because people would think I'm camping the mobs. But it's just easier to stay in one place than it is to run all over the map for different quest mobs. So that's what I generally do instead of having to run all the way over there to the other camp. I just kind of hang out here. I do not tag everything though, like there's another person over here. Pretty sure they probably need ears too. So I take turns. I only attack the ones that spawn near me. So I know that some are gonna spawn, right behind me and right here at this camp. So I'll generally stay over here and let them do their thing. This is what it takes me longer to quest. See if anybody's gonna get that, I think. No. They left. So I'll go ahead and pour that one. But it takes me a little bit longer to quest. Because sometimes I just take my time, like right now. Just letting them respawn. I'm not running all over the map. I know there are other nobles, but get one more here. By the time I run over there, since I'm having to use my keyboard to move and move pad sometimes. But generally, if I'm having to compete with other people, by the time that I get to the point where I can, the mob is in range, and by the time I click the ability, the other person's already tagged it. Just because it takes me a little bit longer to click on the bars and get the mouse to a spot where I can. Alright, so we have 12 ears. And we're going to use our move pad. again, we're gonna have to go all the way up here to steer. Which doesn't make we've had that practical. If I had to rotate buttons right here and here, it would be so much easier. Be so much closer. I wouldn't go past my mobs like I just did. And then we complete level 13. Alright, so that's how WoW. This is the setup I use. The days I'm having problems right clicking, you can see I've got click aid up here. And it works in game. See if I've got anything. I don't really have anything that I can right click, I don't think. But the way you have to do it in game is if I tell it that I want to right click once, it's gonna count the one time that I click back in the window and go back to left clicking. So if you had to use the setup, right click, tell it to repeat, click on the window once, click that, like, open the menu that you're wanting to, go back up, turn the repeat off. I see it didn't even work that time. You have to be kind of quick with it. And then I can set, I've got my menu open, and now I can go back to left clicking. Because if I wanted to, set focus, you had to right click to open the menu, then left click to actually do it. So this is the only way I've found when I'm having problems right clicking to actually right click and get menus. So with click aid and on-screen keyboard setup, keep my window or Warcraft in Windows mode so I can get to these programs quick. And yeah, that's our Warcraft. For everybody that's wondering why I didn't find all my keys to my mouse, I just can't click the extra buttons on my razor. Because the way I play, they're behind my middle finger. And that's just, oh wow. So what about you, if you're a disabled gamer, what's your setup like? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Maybe you've got an idea that I haven't thought of that would, be even easier to play in Azeroth. Definitely let me know in the comments below. Another thing I've thought about doing is kind of a playthrough of WoW from this point of view. I don't know how interesting a playthrough would be if it would get too boring. Doing quests and seeing the mechanics that make some quests a real pain in the butt, and some really easy. But you guys can leave me feedback below. If it's something you'd like to see, if you want to see me play more in this point of view, let me know and we'll see what we can do. And we'll see you next time on Ability Powered.